Hi Soundies. So, this lecture demonstration happens, it's positioned after we have bounced the sound design for this, and we've imported it into the video editor of choice and embedded that stereo sound design onto the film itself. But there are a few things that are bugging me. I mean, I know this is a demonstration sound design, so I've not taken the amount of OCD care that I normally would do with the live Foley footsteps, and it's pretty much a one-take design, including the mixing, because the purpose of these clips are to demonstrate techniques and processes, and as long as the design is, good enough to illustrate that, then that's fine. But there are a few little things that kind of bug me, and I'm just going to go through them, and we're going to address them in different ways. So for this video, we're just going to tweak the sound. Now I'm not going to change. Well, I might actually. I might change that. I am going to rebounce it and put it back onto the film once it's done. So I'm just going to play it through, and I'm going to illustrate the things that I'm going to want to tweak. I'm going to want to tweak either on this timeline here, or in the non-diegetic music composition element of this process, which is an addendum video. This is another addendum video, really. And so I'm going to just go through it. I'm going to tell you stuff that I don't like, or stuff that I intend to change. One of the things is I've not done body sounds and sub-vocal sounds of him. Like getting up, there would be a little gust of air. I'm not going to do that, but normally I would. I would have that physicality, the sound of his clothes, the sound of his jeans swishing as he walks, really to lock him into the real world, because she's part of a different world, so I want to have that juxtaposition. But I won't do that for this. I'm just highlighting that to that you can do sort of fabric sounds. Okay, this is the first one. This bit here. Now, she dissolves. If you look at the clip, she doesn't go into the bushes. She dissolves, like so. So we need something there. Now, I'm going to do that with the non-diegetic music, I think. And the second part of this also annoys me, which is I'm also going to do using music, but it's essentially going to be a sound effect, is when she does that funny little flicky thing when she's in the bushes. That. Now, I've signposted it, if you can see here, with that little, where are we? This bit here, I signposted it. Where I did it? Maybe I didn't signpost it. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, that little effect there. To highlight that, but I want something that will match each little bit of that movement, and I'm going to do that in the next video clip that I'm going to create when I'm talking about non-diegetic music. All of this is all fine. I mean, it really should be finessed and mixed a little bit less agriculturally. That bell I would want to degrade slightly. It's a bit too clean. I quite like the footsteps, but I would be redoing those because I can hear the wood of my floorboards a little bit. I didn't have enough tape on the floor for the leaves and the grasslands. Okay, so what else do I want to change? Okay, I want a swish sound for her in this sequence. There. It's a little bit there. I could mix that higher, or I could make. I could increase the velocity. Here's the sound that I did when I did that sampler thing. No, there it is. There. That there. I think that's. No. Why is it jumping ahead? Let's go back. There. So maybe I just mixed it up. Oh, there we are. That's it there. Can you see? So what I could do, I suppose, select velocity tool and just make that much bigger. Actually, that's quite nice. I'll leave that. I'm quite happy with that. So the next thing I don't like, or a less thing I want to improve on, is the key score. Okay, that's not bad, and I think we can augment that with some non-diegetic sound, but I want something else. So I'm going to go into the sound effects library right now. So I'm going to go into my browser, add audio file. I'm going to go to my my sound effects library. Here we go. And I'm going to choose, DigiEffects is probably good. Let's go to the icon view. Industry. So what have we got? I want something with knives. No. Ooh. Oh, I like that. So I'm going to add that one. Anything else? Oh, it's got potential. Oh. That's nice. What about this one here? No, I'm going to go for this one. And stop that now, and I'm done. Okay, so I'm going to add, right here, I'm going to add I'm going to copy that so it's still got the same effects on it that I've done for those. So I'm just going to duplicate. So let's find this one first. Let's find something that kind of lasts. I think that one might work. Let's try it. So I'm just gonna, maybe I should try that there. So I'm gonna chop it there. Let's have a little bit of a fade up for this effect. Let's have a listen to that. Let's solo it. Okay, it's quite nice, but I think let's take the pitch shift out. Let's take ring shift and the echo. I don't like that, so I'm gonna see if I've got something else. What about that one there? What's it like together? Well, it adds a bit. Okay, so I'm just going to relabel these. Key score 1, key score 2, and then key score 3. So I've done that one, so I need, this is the one. This is the one that's going to have the, okay, let's find something that runs about the right length. That looks pretty good. Anything else? Let's just go, oh, that one might be the one, so I'm just going to just snick that, like so. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that this finishes the instant the key leaves this, so that I've got the echo on this, but I'm going to take the echo and the P shift and the ring shift off this one. And let's have it start. Okay, it actually starts there. Oh, it's about right. I wonder if I took out all that echo, then I might have been adding to compensate for the fact that I didn't have exactly the right sound. Oh, I quite like that. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to take out. Just going to take the room tone because I've underscored that. That's not bad. What does this sound like on its own? We have it. She's already there. I'm just going to lead and lag slightly, but this one I absolutely want to finish when she's just there. We are. So let's have a listen to that. Okay, let's add that. It's too soon. I'm going to trim that down. In fact, let's zoom it out a bit. Why am I working these tiny little increments here? I just wanted to come in just before. There we are. I'm happy with that. So let's have another listen. Good. And I'm going to put back in the room tony effect. Okay, I'm happy with that. So the next thing that offends my delicate sensibilities is when he walks into here. And we've got the sound of this, yeah? Right, when we come into this perspective, we're hearing the outside world through that door, and the sound of the birds and the crows and the jackdaws is unchanged. So I want to go from a wide design where the environment is all around you to a much narrower one where we are just hearing it through a portal when we are in a different space, as we are now here. So I'm going to use binaural. So first of all, I'm just going to find out exactly the point where that shot occurs. Right, go from there to there. So it's just there. So I'm going to snick that like so. And I'm going to create a new track. I'm going to copy this one because it's got a few EQs on it that I want to keep. So I'm just going to, and I'm going to go Atmos environmental binaural. And I'm not really going to use the immersive qualities. What I'm going to do is the narrowing qualities. So I'm going to take, first of all, I'm going to convert this track into a binaural track by just going to my outputs and selecting binaural pan. There we go. So I did that by clicking on the output, and the bus remains the same, but I'm just selecting from balance or stereo pan to binaural pan, and that gives me this here, which is a bit small. Let me just make that a bit bigger. Okay, so here we are. Here we have our left and our right. And so I'm just going to narrow that. I'm going to drag that file down, and then I'm going to do a little bit of a cheat. So I'm going to zoom in here, And I'm just going to overlap it slightly, so quick that you don't really notice it. Just elongate that. It's a great thing about non-destructive editing. You can do all of this stuff. I'm going to go to my fade tool. I'm going to do a little cross fade, but it's going to be there we go. Quick crossfade, what I call a cheat fade, that you're not going to actually notice the crossfade quality. Okay, so let's take that down. Let's see how that, what about distance? I'm going to make it a bit further along. On the plane here, so essentially I'm turning it into a mono sound. So I have no idea how it's going to sound. Let's give it a try. Let's run that in a little bit. Oh yeah, that's quite nice. I can lift it a bit, and I'm going to put some of the echo. So I'm going to go to reverse chapel, because we'll be hearing these birds echoing. You know, they're coming through the door. So let's have a listen again. Okay, can you see these? These are crow sounds. And as you can see, I've positioned them, I've pasted them in at specific points, usually in close-ups when he's looking about, just to add a bit of texture and to give it a bit of context. So I'm going to copy that. Oops, no, copy C. And I'm going to put it as the door shuts. So I'm going to paste it here. Okay. Do a little bit of a crossfade. Like so. Let's move that along a bit. Let's have a listen to that. Does that work? I'm not sure it does. I might have it starting. Let's do that whole crossfadey thing again. Just okay, so listen to that. I might take the reverb out a bit, and I might take the level down a bit. Okay, so let's take that right down, and let's go back to our mixer, and let's take the distance a bit further away as well. This is where we are. This is where the sound is, and that's 4.55 meters away. Let's see if that sounds a bit more. Oh yeah. Okay. So let's keep that until it slams, like so. Okay, let's have another listen. Let's have a bit of a run in. Okay, that crow stuff works really well, but when it's finished, everything just vanishes. So I'm going to keep an elongated crow thing, as if they've kind of delivered this guy to the afterlife. Let's have another try. And that's where it's gone. So I'm going to keep that until he turns around. There. Okay, and I'm going to do a little cheat fade that's going to be hidden underneath the slam. Okay, so whilst I'm still not entirely happy with this whole thing, it's certainly good enough for rock and roll. In fact, let's have a little. Go from about here. In fact, yeah, just go from here. I just want to. Works for me. So I'm just going to bounce this down again with that little change in, and I'm going to just follow exactly the same processes. I don't need to show you that. I just wanted to show you that the devil is in the detail. With sound design, everything must be signified. The choice to not signify something with sound is a sound design decision. Yeah. And vice versa, obviously. So here we go. This is that little extra class done. Just tweaking, always tweaking, until you've got it just the way you picture it in your mind's eye. Hear it before you do it. See it before you do it.